Is stroking good for pets? The good news is that stroking is as much fun for our pets as it is for us. It's the way many animals maintain relationships and care for each other. Yes, stroking is the equivalent of grooming, and grooming is the way that cats, dogs, monkeys, and many other animals maintain their relationships and care for each other. They enjoy it, as well as being a means to keep clean. Lots of cats love being stroked. The real lesson is that stroking is an intimate activity, and pet owners need to treat it that way. Some cats will love nothing more than to spend hours on your lap being stroked, whilst others may prefer only the briefest of chin tickles. Some cats may also enjoy your company and being near to you, but prefer to rest a slight distance away, rather than to be on your knee. What's important is to figure out your cat's preferences and then respect them. Lots of cats will enjoy interacting with people, but some may quickly become overstimulated during petting, or find some forms of touch unpleasant or overwhelming. This can lead to your cat merely tolerating rather than enjoying interactions with you, or in some cases, behaving aggressively, that is either growling, hissing, swiping, or biting. These signals are essentially your cat asking you to stop, or at least change how you are interacting with them. The key thing is to allow your cat to have more choice and feel more in control during interactions. This will not only work with cats that are more timid or wary of contact, but also with cats that enjoy lots of contact but that have a tendency to become overstimulated quickly, and may have a tendency to bite or scratch. As each cat is an individual, it's important to spend some time working out what types of contact they prefer and when, as well as how long for, as this will all vary depending on the cat. Simply spending time near to your cat may simply like to lay by the fire when you are nearby reading a book, perch on the back of the sofa when you're sitting there, or relax in a sunny spot in the garden whilst you're out there gardening. Stroking your cat. When you are stroking a cat, consider the following. Intensity. How the cat likes to be stroked, that is gentle chin tickles or more vigorous, longer strokes. Frequency. How often they like being stroked. Some cats like a fuss every now and again, but not every time you see them. Duration. How long your cat likes being stroked each time. Some cats will sit and be stroked for hours, whereas others prefer a quick fuss and then back to whatever they were doing. Cats like sitting in laps and getting pet. From their perspective, the electronics you're always quick to grab are their biggest competition. They'll do their best to get in between you and your electronics, and it's easy to decipher that behavior as an attraction toward the device. All they really want is for you to shift your focus from the screen to giving them cuddles. At 4 weeks of age, kittens begin grooming themselves, and shortly thereafter start grooming their mother and littermates. This self-grooming and mutual grooming, referred to as a law grooming, continues into adulthood. Most cats are neatniks and spend up to 50% of their awake time indulging in some form of cat grooming. However, grooming is learned by copying cat behavior during kittenhood. Kittens learn to lick themselves at a very young age and are self-bathing by the time they're weaned. Grooming does more than keep the cat looking good. This activity maintains healthy skin by stimulating the production of sebum, an oily secretion produced by sebaceous glands. At the base of each hair, licking spreads sebum over the hair coat to lubricate and protect the fur and make it shine. It also removes loose hair and prevents mats, and removes dirt and parasites like fleas. Every cat has her own grooming ritual, but most begin with the licking of the mouth, chin, and whiskers first. That's followed by each shoulder and foreleg. She'll then wash both flanks and hind legs, the genitals, and then her tail from tip to end. A cat uses a dampened forepaw to scrub face, head, and ears, and redampens her paw by licking after every few swipes. She'll switch paws depending on which side she's washing. Next, she'll scratch with rear claws to clean and groom the neck and ears. She nibbles on rear claws to keep them groomed. In both nibbles and claws, an object to file her front claws into shape. A cat's tongue has numerous spines, or papillae, that make the tongue's surface rough. You may notice this when a cat licks your skin, and it feels like sandpaper. These papillae help grab onto the fur and comb through it, making grooming even more efficient. Cats also use grooming to make themselves feel better emotionally. Cats use grooming in this function more than any other behavior. Your kitty may suddenly groom herself when feeling fearful, to relieve tension, or when uncertain how to react to a situation. For example, a cat faced with an aggressive animal may, instead of running, suddenly begin frantically grooming. Animal behaviorists believe self-grooming as a displacement behavior helps the cat deal with conflict. Perhaps the touch sensation has a direct effect on brain chemistry or neurologic impulses that make the distressed cat feel better. In other words, self-grooming may be self-medicating with the feline form of Prozac. Or maybe it's just an unconscious way for the cat to distract herself. The way some people bite their nails to relieve tension. Some displacement grooming is perfectly normal for cats. But if your cat becomes obsessive about grooming so that it interferes with other normal behavior, or causes physical harm, hair loss, or skin injury, for example, seek a veterinarian's advice. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.